Okay, this video tutorial will show you how to create an A4 border and then an A4 template, two completely separate files. Remember that. First of all, we're going to start off by setting our limits. The default limits are A3, so just zoom all should be fine. What you should keep in mind before starting is that an A4 piece of paper is roughly 300 millimeters wide and 210 millimeters high. So you need the size of the piece of paper. The drawing border will fit onto the paper. So it's a maximum of 300, so we'll make the width 280. The height of it is 210. The piece of paper is 210, so we'll make the height of our border 200. That should be fine. To draw the border itself, we're going to use a polyline. Polyline is much like the normal line command, but we'll be able to add width to it to create thick looking lines. So first of all, click on polyline to start it. Start point is going to be 0, 0. Make sure ortho is on. We're going to draw horizontal and vertical lines. And the width, you'll see here. Here's the width. This is your option. After you give it a start point, it gives you options. W to select width and hit return. And the width's going to be 1. You need to hit return twice here. So starting with and ending with, they're both 1. So, next point, I'm going to go to the right, type in 280. I'm going to go up, oops, I wasn't zoomed in, up 200, to the left, 280, and you must close C, return. That's the border done. Now we need to do a title block in the bottom right hand corner. And again, I'm still going to use polylines for this. The title block will be 30 millimeters high and 70 millimeters long for this A4. So I'm going to draw a circle from here, the radius of 30. That intersection then is where I'm going to start my polyline. Go from here, 70 across to the left and 30 down. And turn to finish, so raise off that line. Now I'm just going to use single lines to do the rest of the board, the title block. Draw a line from midpoint to perpendicular. Offset this line 7.5 millimeters up, 7.5 millimeters down, and then draw a line from the midpoint to there. Next stage of this drawing title block is to add titles for each of these little areas here. We do that using single line text. So click on single line text to begin it. And first thing we need to do is tell it where to begin. We're going to start roughly about here. This is the bottom left hand corner of the text you're about to create. So here, specify your height, read down the command line. We're going to make this 1 millimeter high. Normally text is 2.5 millimeters, but for this area 1 millimeter will be fine. The rotation is 0. This first one will be drawing number, our project number. Hit return twice to finish off the command. Now keep things consistent looking. We will copy this bit of text, turn from this corner to this position, to this position, to this position, to here, and to here. What that does is set the text exactly the same distance away. It looks consistent, it looks more professional. Now we need to edit the text. This will be the drawing number. This will be, just double click on it and then we can edit it. This will be the date it was created. This will be drawn by, obviously your name. What else could we have? We need the scale. And down here we're going to have sheet. Drawing number, drawn by, date, scale. Oh, I'm going to change this one to date. This one over here to scale. So I can have this one here as title, drawing title, as I'm looking at. Finish that all off. The very bottom, this is going to be where your logo is going to appear. So we're going to actually create a brand new text style. We're currently using standard. So click on this button. Tell you want to create a new style. We'll call it logo. Okay. And then with logo, you will change the font to whatever you like. Let me see. That's good. You can select any of these fonts here. I'm going to choose City Blueprint. Hit apply and close. So now if I create some text, I'm going to create it in here. First thing I'm going to do is change the height. It's going to be 4 millimeters high. Rotation still 0. I'll type in Kevin's CAD class. You can type in whatever name of company you would like to appear in here. Return twice. Zoom all. That is a drawing border complete. So save the drawing as a drawing border. Save as Auto Cad drawing A4 border into your student folder. I've already got one created, so I'm just going to hit cancel on this. This video tutorial will continue on from our last tutorial. This is how we would create a drawing template. Now we have our drawing border sitting here, and we close this drawing down totally. Do not need this drawing open at all. Close that one down too. Okay, so we've got no drawings open. I'm going to create a brand new drawing. So click here, accept the default template that appears. I'm going to zoom all. And next thing I'm going to do is click on one of these tabs. Now these tabs are pieces of paper. This is the paper you're going to print off. The model is where you create the model. And on the layout tabs you can have different sizes of paper, A4, A1, whatever. So right click on the tab and go to the page setup manager. Modify what we have. You can set up a printer name first of all, or just select the paper size. I'm going to select this A4 size. I want to print the extents. I want it centered. I want everything to be 1:1. If you want everything to be black and white, you choose monochrome up here. So hit OK, close that down. Now, I'm on the layout, so I'm going to insert onto this layout the drawing border I just created, the A4 border. It's a drawing I'm inserting into another drawing. Make sure nothing's ticked and nothing's exploding. So hit OK, and there we go. There's the drawing border in position. Next thing to do is to actually erase off this line here. Don't need it. And go to the model space. In the model space, this is where you will create the model. So what you can do for your template is set up layers which you will be using on all drawings. So select this icon for a new layer. Say walls, double click, or hit return twice, sorry. Windows, turn twice again. Doors, usual elements you're going to find on a building. I'm going to need one for dimensions, a separate layer for text. I'm also going to need a layer called viewports, which I'll explain later. And then you can set the colors. See, walls will have as green, windows, magenta, doors could be blue, dimensions, red, viewports, yellow. Another thing to do, remember with viewports you do not want them to print, so you can select this icon and it will stop that layer from printing. You can still see it, but it won't print. So we have our model space, nothing in the model. On the layout tab we have an A4 border, which is what we'll print off at the end of the day. So back into the model space and save it as a template now. So go to Save As, Auto Cad Drawing Template. You don't want to save it to the default position, because that's the C drive where all the templates are created. That will only appear on the same machine each week, so make sure you save it to your student folder. I'm going to save to this drive here. I'm going to call it A4 template and hit save. You can just hit OK on that. The template has been created. We can now close it down. I'll show you how to use it. To use the template properly, you do not open it, because then you will be editing the template. You want to open it, or create a new drawing and use it as a base drawing. So you browse to wherever you've stored it. There's my one there. Hit open. And once it opens the template, you'll see it will give it a drawing name up here. You're not editing your template. You have all your layers available to you. And on the layout tab, you have your drawing border. It's done correctly. This is an example for you to look at. It shows the tile block completely filled in. The tiles are 1mm high, which you create when you're creating your template. The actual tiles themselves, the text, assign 1, my name, etc., are 2.5mm high. That's your standard text height. So the date, the name, and the scales on the drawing are both given 1 to 50 and 1 to 100. And the sheet number is 01.